Good day. We are talking about the Pekkas. Now, new attack strategy. Now, it's kind of been around, but I want to highlight it for you. It works at TH12. Now, it's like a bowler witch, but you have bringing those Pekkas, right? It's a spam attack, but it's a beautiful spam, certainly on internet bases, and Shadow from Clan Ice Bears. The reason I'm picking this and not, Spartans Legacy, even we would face these sort of clans. Of course, in the clan war leagues or in any war, you will face these internet bases. These are anti-2-star internet bases. Best way to take these down, there's a couple ways. Big kill squads or a bowler witch does wonders. Now, the reason why these bases really can fall quickly is because everything's kind of clumped up. Bowler bounces are astronomically high. Now, I will say this. If you're going to do a queen walk, he could have started her over here and gotten these three structures down, then bring in the giants, right? Easy funnel over here, not a problem. You put the healers, she can walk easily right here and then break in. That means you'll be able to guarantee this archer tower, wizard tower, these structures by the queen, and then bring it in, right? Just one little tip. I mean, I know a 3-star, that would be the thing I would recommend. If you're going to do that, just I know the healers are there to heal up all of his troops in the middle, but you might as well invest. It's even worth using whatever it is to get this army camp down. You would have to funnel the army camp. So if you need to use a wizard, which you could use a wizard easily, you could do it. Totally worth that. Now, if you're a little bit, maybe you're a little bit scared to do that, I would say still do it anyways. Practice makes perfect, and you need to practice in war. So just go all on about it. So one thing I would say, one more thing, just to let you know, you got to make sure you save your warden ability for the town hall. He popped warden early, and you want to make sure you have the warden after the town hall goes down with the gigapalm, because it will destroy your troops. You need to plan it, and this takes practice, right? That's all it is, practice. You need to plan it so when it explodes, all the bowlers, all the witches are protected by the Grand Warden ability. If he had done that, if he had just saved the Warden by a couple seconds, right, he would have had so many more troops up. He lost a lot to that Gigabomb in the middle, and it definitely came down to the wire. He could have gotten a little more unlucky. Now, he does have the Pekkas in this one. The Pekkas are here. I like them more than golems. If you're gonna decide between the two, Pekkas do offensive damage better than the golems. So I wouldn't bring the giants and the golems. It's just a little bit too much, right? You either drop the Pekkas and bring more witches, or bowlers. Now on a base like this, I think more bowlers you could have dropped one of the Pekkas, or dropped something more to bring the extra bowlers, just because there's some really nice bowler bounces. And if he'd had the warden at the perfect time, you would probably see at least 10 bowlers up right now. So, yeah, just keep that in mind. Every base is a bit different, honestly. But this is so compact. Bowler bounces, they'll be bouncing everywhere, taking down structures. But I'm going to speed this one up because he does get it in the end, of course. Pekka still has full health. And just a nice strategy for you to use. If you don't know about it, you should know about it. So I'm going to move to the next war. How do we get out of here? Move to the next war. Do we have I think on this one, no, there wasn't a dip. I wanted to show the dip. Whoops. Or it was in this war. One of them because Shadow's been using this. Haha. I think this is the dip. Yeah, same strategy. I have another dip as well. This is the old famous ring base. This base has been around since the beginning of Clash of Clans. If you are someone who does this, yeah. Yeah, you want to get a different base. I've got a lot of bases for you. So, does not funnel. Queen's going to walk around. Yeah, those little mistakes could really cost you. It could really cost you. Just invest a little more time, and just invest a little more time in that queen, right? Think about the queen walk a little bit more, and she won't walk around like that. You won't make those mistakes. Now, the reason why he was able to 3-star this, because it's such a bad base design. I mean, he didn't even need a jump spell. He could have gotten away with a jump spell. But he does have the Pekkas working nicely. Now, the good thing about the ring type on the Pekkas, I like using it because most people put the giant bombs, you notice, right on the ring, inside the ring, right? The Pekkas, maybe you brought witches or bowlers, they could die to it. The Pekkas have the tank, and they still circle around. They're able to walk through the giant bombs and still survive, right? So that's just one little tip there. If you see the ring type base, I do like using those Pekkas just because they can trigger the traps. There's a lot of springs in these ring type bases as well, so you won't lose your witches or your bowlers, all that stuff. Yeah, so keep that in mind. This one came down to the wire. Queen able to get it in the end with her ability. And yeah, not a smash just because the queen walked around the base. And yeah, but just showing it's still a dip strategy here. I'm going to jump to our current war right now, Battle Day 6. These battle days are so long. Anyways, yet again, another dip strategy. Now let's hope Shadow has he improved his queen walking. Let's see what he's going to do. He decides not to queen walk a lot. So honestly, you can let the queen do a little work here. However, putting her here, my guess, right? I haven't seen this one yet. My guess is it's too easy for her to walk, and you don't really want her to walk on this. So how do you get her not to walk? Well, there's a couple things. You can funnel here. It's not that difficult. You could do a little funnel here if you wanted to. Another trick, if you were afraid of the funnel or the queen walking, you could bring in loons. You could hasten loons of the archer tower, then start the queen where he did. The queen would go to the mortar, and then this way and up. And then you bring in your giants here. So let's see if he gets lucky. He might get a little bit lucky for the queen, but it looks like no, the queen will walk around just because. And honestly, the reason why you don't want her to walk. Oh, does something lure in it? Oh, she might get fortunate here, but I think she's going to go. Yeah, she's going to walk. She could have gotten pulled by maybe a skeleton. But thankfully, honestly, the healers switched off. Thankfully, the healers went inside the core. And that's why you want the queen in the middle, right? You want the queen in the middle. Having her on the outside, it's just not the great, especially if the healers walk with her. That means all the stuff in the middle is in trouble. So yeah, just a couple tips, right? Or don't even worry about the side flanks. You know, just put the queen right here to guarantee she goes in. But if you're going to do these kind of queen walks or have that many healers, it's good to invest in a little value of the queen walk, in my opinion. But a great hit, you know. Again, even if you make a mistake like that, you can still crush these 11s. These are dips. You can still dominate them. It's very hard to defend, even when you make mistakes. I mean, he's got 3 witches up, a Pekka. No, 2 Pekkas, a king, some giants, a queen ability. Somehow the queen still survived. Wow. How is the queen alive? That's crazy. That is crazy. I guess nothing locked onto her, so she didn't have to pop ability. But yeah, the reason I point out those things, and it has nothing to do against the person or anything, it's a great 3-star, awesome, is because you want to try to slowly improve, right? You want to slowly improve, and you do that by figuring out, okay, what did I do wrong here? What did I do right here? But if you wanted to guarantee a funnel here, all it would require was, to be safe, you could do 4 loons, but 3 loons should take the archer tower down, but you'd have to use a haste. Haste 3 loons in. Want to be safe, you could do 4. Now you might be wondering, is that worth it? If you want guarantee your queen to go in, maybe it is. Otherwise, you're going to have to do a wider funnel. You're going to have to bring maybe some more giants, and she still could walk towards the mortar. Even if you put her here, break in, she could still step aside. So having the queen go in is more valuable than 20 camp space in a spell, in my opinion. Just drop something, you know? Drop a jump spell. You don't necessarily need a jump as long as the ram, the wall wrecker, gets to the town hall, which you can get it there because you got the witches and the giants tanking for it, plus a freeze. So, anyway, tips, things to think about, right? Keeping the queen. Queen is a huge part of that attack. anyways, that's how it is in these kind of regular clans. That's how you can do a dip strategy. It's just one of many. Is it the best? No, I mean, I think, honestly, the spam attack, it works very nicely. It requires pretty much zero thought. You could plan in 2 minutes, heck, 1 minute, go in, and it makes it easy that way. If you want a more solidified attack, you're going to, you know, low or hogs or things like that would be better for more consistency, in my opinion. But that is it. Hopefully, that kind of dip new strategy for the Clan War Leagues will help you conquer these bases, right? Yeah. See you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Halo out.
This is Sparta!